Coming up this week, the Chamber of Commerce reacts to the Trump tariffs. A Bacon brother in trouble again. Another name in the conservative riding of Abbotsford, South Langley. And in Alex and sports?
Well, a baby Canuck is an all-star.
And Cari, will this Arctic outflow actually go away?
Well, Don, depending on what you consider cold, yes, it's going to stick around for a little bit, and it is winter, so we can expect that.
That's all coming up this week. Early Monday, January 27th, Abbey PD responded to what was called a suspicious occurrence in the 2900 block of Victoria. Witnesses reporting seeing a man being assaulted before he was taken away in a vehicle, and about 3 hours later, a 19-year-old victim was found on Crescent Beach with severe injuries. He was taken to hospital where he remained for treatment, but he died on February the 1st. So IHIT has now taken control of this investigation. They do believe this was a targeted hit. Crown prosecution has approved charges in connection to a Fort Nelson shooting that sent one person to hospital on January 29th. A former Abbotsford resident and a member of the Red Scorpion gang, Jared Bacon, has been charged with aggravated assault in connection to the shooting. John Chase has been charged with assault relating to the circumstances. Both men remain in custody. Jared Bacon was paroled back in 2020. In reaction to the American tariffs from President Donald Trump, which, by the way, have now been suspended for 30 days, the Abbotsford Chamber of Commerce CEO Alex Mitchell made the comment and a statement to the media. The news is a clear economic blow that these tariffs will harm Canadian and American companies by upending supply chains, making everything more expensive, causing job loss, and adding more red tape without any benefit on either side. As a border community, the Abbotsford Chamber is calling for decisive and coordinated action from our government to support Canadian businesses to avoid the crushing impacts of these tariffs, quote unquote. Black press reporting that the city of Abbotsford has been invited to join what's called the Border Mayors Alliance. It is a group of city officials and from across the country, and by the way, Abbotsford's thinking about it. Aletta Vandehayden, the city's communications and public relations manager, stated that the mayor, Ross Siemens, has already spoken to Surrey Mayor Brenda Locke about this. The group was launched by the Windsor, Ontario Mayor, Drew Dilkins, and aims to, quote, protect local economies and advocate for interests for communities along the Canada-U.S. border. City of Abbotsford has launched a call for proposals for a new video project on authenticity in Indigenous business. The project is with the city working with Stalo communities as well as Samath, Matsqui, and Lackamel First Nations, as well as Fraser Valley Métis Association. They're aiming to get proposals from youth Indigenous videographers between the ages of 16 and 39, and those selected will receive fees as well as mentorship and training. The deadline for proposal is March the 1st. Nielsen Regional Park is now closed until further notice because of all the ice we've had over the past week. The park is a 10-hectare area that borders Hatzick Lake on the east side of Mission. The park, rather popular for large picnics and organized gatherings and nature and beach activities, but again, everything's shut down until things thaw out. Provincial road maintenance works may affect access to Sumas Mountain Regional Park. The province advising that road maintenance activities on the Forest Service Road have started and may continue into mid-March. She's been involved in politics since she was 15, and now Gurnur Sidhu is seeking the Conservative Party of Canada's nomination in the new Abbotsford South Langley riding. She's the one who ran for Abbotsford City Council in 2022. She said the experience reinforced her passion for public service and deepened her connection with the community. Now, there's no timeline for a nominee to be announced. Have you ever considered becoming a wildland firefighter? Applications are now open for the BC Wildfire Service First Nations Wildland Firefighter Boot Camp. And eligible candidates have got to be in pretty good shape between 19 and 35 and have ties with Sumas First Nation, Stalo, and other First Nations as outlined by the service. More information can be found through BC Wildfire Service. Coming up, a Canuck rookie is an all-star. Alex will have more in sports.
Hello, Abbotsford sports fans. Here's your update. Starting in hockey, the American Hockey League announced that Abbey Canucks forward Ty Mueller was selected to represent the Pacific Division as a member of its 2025 All-Star roster, presented by Flow Hockey. Mueller will be Abbotsford's sole representative at the 2025 AHL All-Star Classic, as Elias Pettersson was unable to attend due to being recalled by the NHL's Vancouver Canucks. Mueller is now the third player in franchise history to participate in an AHL All-Star game and has become the first Abbotsford Canucks rookie ever to participate. Now, to bring you up to date, the Canucks are in Colorado to play the Eagles this Friday and Saturday. The sixth-place Canucks are 23-17 on the season, with their last games being a 5-1 win against Calgary on February 1st. Moving on to Abbey News reporting that the pride of Fraser Valley, gymnast Zachary Clay, whose incredible journey from devastating injury to the Paris 2024 Summer Olympics has helped him earn the Sport BC Harry Jerome Comeback Award. Last week, Clay was announced as the recipient of the award and will be on hand to accept the honor at the 57th Annual Sport BC Athlete of the Year Awards on March 6th in Vancouver. Clay is a Chilliwack resident who does train in Abbotsford. On to our other national sport, the Valley Sturgeon Lacrosse Club is hosting the 2025 McDonald Cup from August 6th to 10th. 8 Junior B Tier 2 teams from all around Western Canada will be headed to Abbotsford this summer to compete in a weekend of action-packed lacrosse. The McDonald Cup invites teams from BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Now over to the Cascades. Busy weekend where in men's basketball, 5 players made double digits in points as the Cascades handled their business with UNBC, winning 94-65. Saturday night in Prince George. The Cascades moved to 9-9 on the season while the Timberwolves sit at 1-15. The Cascades have a bye next weekend. The women's force of a basketball team, led by Bernie Leda and Maddie Gobet, drove the Cascades in their points to help secure their second win, 77-51, over the University of Northern British Columbia Saturday night in Prince George. The Cascades secure 13-5, while the Timberwolves are now 4-12. Like the men, the women's Cascades have a bye next weekend. And in women's volleyball, a strong attack from Mandy Feist helped the Cascades get a 3-1 win over the University of Regina Cougars last Saturday night in Regina. The win now has the Cascades at 14-2, while the Cougars are 4-14. They have a home series this week against Trinity Western. That is your Abbey TV Sports. I'll see you at the game. Now coming up, Cari with the weather.
Abbey TV weekend weather. So, Cari, any end in sight for this cold snap?
Our weather this weekend, Saturday we have another chance of some flurries. Temperatures getting up to about 2, but with the wind chill, it's still going to feel quite cold. Sunday, sun and cloud, which will be nice, and it's going to continue that way until Monday and Tuesday. Things are going to get a little chilly at night, though, down to -8, which is quite cold. And then things will change again on Wednesday when, in the afternoon, we have a 60% chance of more flurries starting and continuing on into the evening and perhaps Thursday and Friday as well. Here's a fun fact for you. February's full moon is on the 12th, although sometimes February doesn't have a full moon at all. This is called a black moon, and it is an astronomical anomaly that happens about every 19 years. Back to you, Don.
Thanks, Cari, and thank you for watching. If you have a local news story you'd like us to report on, you can always send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. I'm Don Lehn.